Good morning, students. In this class, we are going to study about first one what is pedigree, second one what is pedigree analysis, and third one the genetic disorders. So first of all, you have to know what is pedigree. Pedigree will be defined as a record of a family, a record of a family. Okay, a record of a family is called pedigree. And what is pedigree analysis? Pedigree analysis. So pedigree analysis will be defined as the analysis of a trait, or you can say disease. Analysis of a trait, or you can say disorder, or you can say disease. Analysis of a trait through several generations, in a family, is called pedigree analysis. So you can say how a trait, or you can say disorder, is transmitted from to their parents into the offspring is called pedigree analysis. So in this analysis we study about how a disorder, how a disease is transmitted from to their parents to their offspring. Okay, so pedigree analysis, then you have to know in the pedigree analysis there are some symbols used. Okay, but let us see the symbols and the meaning of in the pedigree analysis. So here you can write symbol and here meaning in the pedigree analysis. Okay, when it is spherically shaped in the pedigree analysis, you can say pedigree chart. It is called normal female. When one is spherical, it is called normal female. When square, it is called normal male. Okay, and then one single line between male and female, it is called mating between the parents, or you can say individuals. Mating between individuals. Okay, now next one you can see, suppose that mating, and after mating branching is there. So this branching represents the offspring. So you can say these represents the progeny. And this is the parent. Okay, this is the parent and this represents the progeny. So how many progeny total? 3. Out of 3, 2 is female and 1 is male. And let us see again, when spherical and shaded, it is called affected female. When it is spherical and shaded in the pedigree chart like this, shaded like this, it is called affected female. And when square and shaded, this is called affected male. And when spherical one like this, it is called carrier, and one is called at the center, it is called carrier. Okay, and when diamond shaped, then sex undefined, or you can say gender undefined, not defined or undefined, diamond shaped. Okay, and these are the symbols used in the pedigree analysis. So when spherical one and shaded, it is called affected female. When square and shaded, it is called affected male. When spherical one and spot at the center, it is called carrier. And when diamond shape, it is called the gender undefined. So these are the some symbols used in the pedigree analysis and is given in your book. Page number is 38. And one more, when male and female and double line is there, double line is there, just like it is not mating, it is called mating between the closely related individuals, or you can say mating between siblings. It represents mating between siblings. Sibling means closely related individuals. That means you can say mating within the family is called the sibling, and they it represents by two statements between the male and female. Okay. Now let us see the genetic disorders. Without genetic, first of all you have to know genetic disorders, then you can represent the pedigree analysis. So genetic disorders, genetic disorders. So what is genetic disorders? Okay, the various disorders which are caused due to change in the structure of chromosome, or you can say the various disorders which are caused due to mutation of gene or the change in the number of the chromosome, known as human genetic disorders. So what are genetic disorders? The various disorders caused due to mutation of gene, mutation of single gene or change in chromosome number, change in chromosome number, called genetic disorders, Once again, what are genetic disorders? The various disorders which are caused due to where mutation of single gene on chromosome or change in chromosome number, known as genetic disorders. And when it occurs in humans, it is known as human genetic disorders. So in your syllabus, human genetic disorders is there. So once again, what is genetic disorders? The various disorders, or you can say diseases caused in humans due to mutation of a single gene on the chromosome or increase or decrease the number of chromosomes, known as genetic disorders. Okay, so you can say genetic disorders are classified into two types. First one is known as Mendelian or gene-related disorders. First one is known as Mendelian or gene-related disorders. First one is known as Mendelian or gene-related disorders, and second one is known as chromosomal disorders. Once again, genetic disorders further classified into two types. First one is known as the Mendelian or gene-related disorders, and second one chromosomal disorders. Okay, so let us see this Mendelian disorders. How caused? Suppose that this is the chromosome. This is the chromosome. You know, each chromosome consists of two chromatids, and each chromatid is held at the center, and this is known as centromere. So in case of gene-related disorders, certain genes present on the chromosome become mutated or become non-functional. It becomes abnormal. Suppose that this gene is responsible for particular function, but when mutation takes place, sequence of the DNA change. Then what happens? This gene becomes non-functional. So what is Mendelian or gene-related disorder? The various disorders which are caused due to mutation of certain genes present on chromosome, collectively known as Mendelian or gene-related disorders. And what do we mean by chromosomal disorders? The various disorders which are caused due to increase the complete set of chromosomes or increase or decrease the number of chromosomes in a single set, known as chromosomal disorders. it is further classified into two types. First one is known as aneuploidy. First one is known as aneuploidy. Aneuploidy, and second one is known as polyploidy. Polyploidy. So what is aneuploidy? The increase or decrease number of chromosomes in a set of the chromosome only. The increase or decrease the number of chromosomes from a single set is known as aneuploidy, and increase the complete set of chromosomes is known as polyploidy. So polyploidy is mostly found in plants. For example, see this haploid set change into diploid set, and diploid set change into triploid like this. In case of polyploidy, the whole set of chromosomes increased. But in case of aneuploidy, what is aneuploidy? Increase or decrease the number of chromosomes from a single set is known as the aneuploidy. It is further classified into two types. First one is known as hypoploidy. Hypoploidy. And second one is known as hyperploidy. Hyperploidy. What is hypoploidy? When number of chromosomes decrease from the diploid set is known as hypoploidy. Example, suppose that it is further classified into monosomy. Monosomy means 2n minus 1. When single chromosome decrease from the diploid set, known as monosomy. Okay. Example, Turner's syndrome. Okay. Then double monosomy. When two chromosomes lost, it is known as double monosomy. What is hyperploidy? When number of chromosomes increase from the diploid set is known as hyperploidy. When only one chromosome increase, it is known as trisomy. It is represented by 2n plus 1. When two chromosomes increase, it is known as tetrasomy. When three chromosomes increase, known as pentasomy. So trisomy is represented by 2n plus 1, and you can say tetrasomy is represented by 2n plus 2, and pentasomy is represented by 2n plus 3. So, but in your syllabus only trisomy is there. Examples is Down syndrome and second one Klinefelter syndrome. Because in both cases the number of chromosomes becomes 47 and normal found in 46 in the living organisms, in humans. Okay. So what is the difference between aneuploidy and polyploidy? In case of aneuploidy, okay, chromosome number increase or decrease from the single set of chromosomes. Okay. When it is decreases, it is known as hypoploidy. When increased, it is known as hyperploidy. Okay. Hypoploidy again, when only one chromosome lost, it is known as monosomy. When two chromosomes lost from the different pair of chromosomes, known as double monosomy. And when one pair, complete pair lost, it is known as, you can say double, you can say nullisomy. Okay. And hyperploidy means when number of chromosomes increase from the diploid set, it is known as hyperploidy. When only one chromosome increase, it is known as trisomy. When two chromosomes increase, known as tetrasomy. And when three chromosomes increase, it is known as pentasomy. So in your syllabus, Turner syndrome an example of monosomy because one chromosome lost. And trisomy examples in your syllabus, okay, Down syndrome and you can say Klinefelter syndrome. So these are about chromosomal disorders. Let us see gene-related disorders and examples. So gene-related disorders further classified into two types. First one is known as the autosomal disorder, and second one is known as the sex-linked or X-linked disorder. X-linked or you can say sex-linked disorders. Sex-linked disorders. It is further classified into two types. First one is known as autosomal dominant, and second one is known as autosomal recessive. You can say autosomal further classified into two types. First one is known as the autosomal dominant. Autosomal dominant. And second one is known as the autosomal recessive. Autosomal recessive. Autosomal recessive. And this X-linked further classified into two types. Again, X-linked dominant, or you can say sex-linked dominant. Sex-linked dominant. and second one sex-linked recessive. Okay, so how many types of total gene related disorders? 4 types. First one is known as autosomal dominant, second one autosomal recessive, third one sex-linked dominant, fourth one sex-linked recessive. Let us see examples that is given in your NCERT book. You have to read it well. Okay, so these are given. First one is color blindness. Examples of gene related disorders: color blindness, color blindness. Okay, color blindness. Second one is hemophilia, hemophilia. Third one sickle cell anemia, sickle cell anemia. Okay, fourth one thalassemia, thalassemia, and last one is phenylketonuria, phenylketonuria. So total how many types of gene related disorders in your syllabus? Total 5. First one is known as color blindness, second one hemophilia, third one sickle cell anemia, fourth one thalassemia, and last one phenylketonuria. In this type of disease, color blindness, you can say due to mutation of gene, the person unable to differentiate between the red and green color. Okay, in hemophilia there is excessive loss of blood due to lack of the protein or factor that is responsible for coagulation of blood. Okay, in case of sickle cell anemia, you can say due to mutation of gene, the shape of the RBC becomes sickle shaped. Okay, and there is a problem in the circulation of blood. Okay, next one thalassemia. In this type of disease, due to change in the structure of alpha and beta chain of hemoglobin, there is a problem in the circulation of blood. You can say abnormal hemoglobin produced. Okay, it is further classified into 2 types, alpha and beta thalassemia. When alpha chain reduced, when number of alpha chain of hemoglobin reduced, it is known as alpha thalassemia. When number of beta chains reduced of hemoglobin, it is known as beta thalassemia. In case of phenylketonuria, you know well in the previous chapter and the previous topic, that is pleiotropic. Okay, in this phenylketonuria, the phenylalanine unable to change into tyrosine. As a result, there is accumulation of phenylalanine in the body of the human that is not absorbed by the kidney, and it causes multiple phenotypic effects like mental retardation, reduction of hair, and skin pigmentation. So this is all about the genetic disorder and the pedigree analysis. In the next class, we will discuss about the various you can say problems related to pedigree analysis. Thank you.